gentlemen, this is Sandra. Sandra was a blog radio talk show celebrities live. Did I not tell you I was coming back here with an amazing celebrity? You understand? Hi, Robin.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
All right. I'm good. I'm good. Robin, I got your name right.
Yes, you have.
I don't mess up everybody else's name.
That's okay. I'm a stickler for doing that myself, so it's okay.
That's all right. Listen, thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, before we get started, I got something to tell you.
Okay.
Oh, something I want to say, guys. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look
I'm
amazing.
serving a little bit today.
Amazing.
Compliments to
Love
you.
your shoes, baby.
Thank you.
Ooh, girl. Oh my God. She is really. Oh God. Oh.
You can't.
Girl, you are so cute. Stop it. You look so amazing. Look at you.
Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
So listen, let's talk.
Okay.
All right, 'cause I love talking. I love to talk. That's why I can do interview after interview after interview after interview. I love talking. So listen, where did you originally come from?
Originally, Bridgeport, Connecticut is where I was born. That's my father's home. My mom, back in the day, they all migrate to bigger cities for work. And she met my father in Connecticut. She's from Andrews, South Carolina. So when I was born, she couldn't go to school and work at the same and take care of me at the same time. So my grandparents raised me in Andrews on a farm. And every time I tell this story, no one believes that I grew up on a farm. I cropped tobacco. I strung tobacco. I hung tobacco. We had a huge farm. Animals, cows, chickens, pigs, a mule, you name it, we had it. So I did all of that.
You know what? Now that you're talking about that, I never knew that before. But sometimes when you kind of feel like people, you can tell something is going on. And when I say that, when you say about the farm, I get it. I get some of you now. I get it. So
okay.
yeah, I get it. It makes sense to me.
Okay.
It's not nothing. Well, I didn't know about it, but when you said it, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a lot of hard work.
It's great.
I think it made me who I am today, a very humble person. And I throughout the when you interview people, they talk about being humble, they talk about walking in their purpose. So I think I finally tapped into what my purpose is to serve. I'm a person, I have a heart of benevolence. And I love to help people and focus on helping them get to the next level.
That is beautiful.
So growing up on a farm and being raised by my grandparents taught me a lot about work ethics and value, and how to give back to the community.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a good thing, and I think a lot of people, especially the younger generation, if they had an opportunity to experience that, I think things would be different with the generations. But we've lost our grandparents because they're the one that really carried the torch for us. And they passed it on. And then over time it fades, where the generation seems to take over and they have their own spin on what they think life should be. So when we don't impart what hard work is all about, they go and they find different things and they start to make it their own. So a lot of time it doesn't turn out to be anything positive all the time. And when I say that, I don't mean that in a negative, because you got a lot of things that's going on in the community, especially with our younger generation. And I speak on that a lot because I'm a mentor for the Boa Fair Rites of Passage, and we mentor young African American men. It's a 9-month program.
Wow.
And at the end of this program, we give them a huge gala. So we have other people to come in and talk about different things like leadership, entrepreneurship, how to apply for jobs, how to apply for college. And we take them on college excursions. They do father-son retreats and elder bowl candidate retreats. So I'm really big on youth. And that's a lot of what I do.
It's so amazing that you said that, but I love so much. Here was the funniest thing. Here we are here.
Okay.
And I didn't know you and I had so much in common until you're talking right now.
Oh.
And what I did do was this just right here, the gym over there, and I came in this neighborhood right here. And what I did was get kids that couldn't afford to pay for dance classes, teach them for free.
Oh, wow.
I did that for 10 years here. I did that for 10 years, right? This one, the other one, what gyms was that? Danny Jones Gym, Ferndale Gym, right here, all the gyms. And what I do is I just went in neighborhoods I know they can afford it, and I just would get all the kids on Saturdays. They would run in here, wait for Miss Sandra to come and give me free dance classes. So I didn't know we had that, with the youth thing. Not to say, not to say no one else does, but I just didn't know that was something that we had in common. And I applaud you for that.
Thank
you understand?
you.
That's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, it's always a different genre because I find, especially growing up in the rural, and like one of the young ladies said that a lot of entertainment comes from the church. It derives from the church. And you see it, I see it a lot in singing, dancing, whatever, our youth are doing. And I see parents now are tapping into that. Because what I'd like to see more of, especially in the art of acting, when you see the little personalities start to come out. I'm a grandmother of 3, a 4-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So Azaya, I call her my mini-me. And when I look at her and I see how she talks with her hands, and she animates a lot, and I'm saying, okay, she might, take an interest in the arts. And I'm thinking of kind of putting her into just to see. But I like it when we see our youth, they may be good at singing, they may be good at a musical instrument. Tap into, we have to keep doing things to see where they're strong at, where their strengths are. And that could be, we may go through a lot of things with them, and it could be costly, but you'll never know what that is and what they're good at unless we're helping to tap into what their talents are, because they have many talents.
Exactly.
And I noticed that a lot of that here in Charleston, and growing up in the church that I've grown up in, it was a lot of singing, it was a lot of dancing, and I could remember, just like any actor or actress would say, you get in front of the mirror and you got your little microphone and you're like, I like to think such and such, and you're fantasizing even as a little girl, I never thought this would come to be, because I've always wanted to be a singer.
And when you're talking about that, right, you're being so humble and talking about people and the kids, and I think that's amazing. How do you feel within yourself about wanting to do that? And you're already doing it, but I'm just talking about wanting to be in front of the Grammys, and is that like a dream of yours?
It is a dream.
Yeah.
It is full time for me. A lot of people doesn't know this, but my husband had a massive stroke in 2004. But I engaged in acting back in the late 80s, early 90s, starting out with an agency here. And I took a liking to it. And I said, maybe I can take this a little further and see where I could go with it. And I started getting commercials and started doing a lot of print work. And I started taking classes and went back to school for acting and drama. And I said, okay, this is pretty cool. I think I might want to tap into it and go a little further. But when my husband got sick, it was something I had to put on the back burner. Because I had to take care of him, I had to take care of home. I was still a wife, I was still a mother.
Right.
And he was home, so I had minimum help with him. And so I was still able to do a little, little things here and there, but not much traveling. And it seems as though that's where the opportunities are. If you ever had the opportunity to travel abroad, to work on different scenes or different film productions, which would come at the time that I could not do it. So when I lost my husband back in March of this year,
sorry about that.
Thank you. I'm taking it full time now, and this is a career path for me.
Wow. Now let's talk about some of the things you've already done. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
I've seen you on, in so many different posters and all that great stuff. So let's talk about that.
Okay. I've worked on Inspectors. It was a TV network Saturday show here in Charleston. I've worked on that a couple times. I've also worked on a lot of short films. And I like that because, again, it goes back to the talents that we see people are tapping into. Young directors, male and female, but now I'm starting to see more females. So I've worked on a lot of pilots. And just recently I've worked on one in Orlando, Florida, Tampa, and Miami. And it's called Daddy, We're Back. And it's a spinoff between Tia and Tamara. And The Parent Trap.
Mhm.
So it's pretty interesting.
Mhm.
So it's in production right now,
Wow.
to be looked at.
Awesome.
And I've worked on another pilot called Storm,
Mhm.
where I played a very rich mogul bee. Y'all know what the B word means, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so, I had the key to the city. Nobody can have anything unless they come through me.
Mhm.
And, I was very wealthy, and, well, I am very wealthy. So we're shopping that right now, too, to sort of see where we can go with it. And I tell people, they say, well, what advice would you give? Get in front of the camera as much as possible. May that be small, large, mediocre, it doesn't matter. Some paid, some not.
Right.
But the main thing you want is the credit,
Mhm.
and you want to be able to put that on your IMDb, meaning building a reel, so you can shop it for directors to look at and say, oh, yeah, she does have talent, or he has talent, and we can pick that up. So I've worked on short films, lots of them, and I really enjoy working on those films.
Wow.
So just got cast for playing a minister. This is going to be on San Antonio, Texas.
Very good.
It's going to be different
Very
for me.
good.
Yeah.
Very good. So what else? We'll talk about the movie. What else? What else you got going?
Right now we have the OG Cougar going on. I'm really excited about
You
that.
excited about that?
Yes.
Now you know what? Out of all the things that I've seen you on, Facebook, this seems to be something a little different for you. This character right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This character
You
is different.
never played Missy before, or Missy before.
Never played Missy before.
Let's talk about how you got the role.
I was asked through a mutual friend who is starring in the show, Demi, and her husband, and I'm very grateful. Thank you, Demi and Christopher. And that was it was a blessing, and I was like, wow, I've never ever thought I'd be asked to play this kind of role. Because normally, everybody want the prissy roles, you want the cutesy roles.
Yeah.
And I remember the young lady from the Cosby Show, she said that when Tyler Perry cast her, she didn't want to she wanted to play something totally opposite.
Okay, and is that Keisha?
Keisha,
All right.
Knight Pulliam.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a phenomenal job with that.
Okay.
So I look at that as me being that Keisha. I want to do something different. I want to play a prostitute who's probably coming out of that era, and she's doing something great for her life. And she's not just in that mold. She had a rough life. I always wanted to play those type movies. And so this is totally different for me. It's exceptional. It's exceptional.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to playing this role and bringing it to fruition and bringing the character alive. I see a lot of greatness in this, and I see a lot of strength. And when I look at the different women and how they're portraying their characters and how they're bringing it about, it really makes me think about, wow, acting is what we do. It's not just about you throwing out a line or you just portraying someone else. It's bringing it to life. You have
That's
to
right.
bring that role to life to make the movie alive
Right.
and believable. So for me, it's very interesting. It's different, and I like it. I get to do something different.
Wow.
This is good.
This is different for you?
Yes,
That's,
very different.
well, yeah, I know, because I know from the things I've seen. Let me tell you.
It's interesting to see what my kids are gonna think.
Wow.
Our family members are like, wow.
You didn't tell them?
I told them a little bit about it, but I like to see the expressions. Because my sons, I have 2 older boys, and they're very protective, a little too much. Coach Chandler didn't see what I was wearing when I walked out of the house. I had my jacket on.
Don't tell them about me. I don't want them to, don't come with me, y'all.
No, but they know I'm an actress at heart. This is what I do.
Right.
This is a lifestyle for me.
Right.
And my job is to bring it to life.
Well, they're going to see, Missy is amazing just like everybody else. Missy is a pretty wild chick, okay? And I enjoy watching Missy. I enjoy watching all of y'all. I'm so freaking excited.
I am too.
Oh my God, I can't wait till this movie come all together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you guys, practice and I watched it, I can't wait to see a lot more practicing and when we really get deep into it and stuff like that. I just can't wait because you know it's like it's you guys like a drug to me.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah, it's like shooting up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, get that adrenaline.
I get real high.
Yeah.
You know, so I do appreciate you
Thank you.
so very much.
Thank you.
Now, who would you like to work with? Whether it be local celebrities or whether it be celebrities that has a lot of money, lots. Hi, Rihanna. Right, Beyonce?
Yes.
Woo! Okay. Yeah, Oprah.
Oh yeah.
Stop it, girl.
Yes. Eva DuVernay.
Come here to Charleston. Come on, be chill. But yeah. So, name some that you would like to work with?
Definitely a lot. I always believe that when you're climbing, reach back if you can.
Absolutely.
And I like to take a lot of people with me. I'd like to see I see myself. I like to think big or dream big, if that's okay, if I'm allowed to do that.
You better.
I want to work with Denzel Washington.
Hey, Dave.
I'd like to work with Felicia Rashad. She's my, I really, really would love to work with her. I'd like to work with Tom Hanks.
Really?
Yes.
Ah, he's getting to do something with Sesame Street.
Yes. Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're related, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few.
Oh, you do your homework now.
Yes.
That's
I've
all
been doing my
right.
homework.
You do your homework.
So James Earl Jones, Samuel L. Jackson.
I like him too.
Yeah, I love him in The Hateful Eight. And I would like to do a spin-off on that in conglomerate with Django. Because I love that era.
Wow.
I love playing, portraying those roles. And also I've worked on Blood of the Land.
Okay.
It's something like, I would say back in the era of Underground Railroad, something like that.
Yeah.
I played the wife of a blacksmith.
Now I don't know much about that, but I've seen that somewhere. Yeah, I've
You've probably seen it on my social media.
Okay, but I've never, knew too much about that. Yeah.
So, those are the people that I really like to work with moving forward.
I am so happy that you think big, because I do too. You know what I'm saying? I really, really do. Like with the movie with us and things of that nature. The premiere guys and the party guys, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be amazing, and we're gonna do Hollywood without Hollywood here. Okay, we come in Hollywood, all right, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do Hollywood without Hollywood here.
And I like to encourage everyone to think big, because when you're thinking big, just think of it as a hollow.
Exactly.
You're here and you're here,
Exactly.
but then, because there's room to make corrections. There's always room to make corrections.
Yes, ma'am.
As you climb.
Absolutely.
But always be here. That's your target.
Exactly.
No matter where you are,
That's right.
or what stage you are in life with this industry, because
That's right.
this industry is very crucial.
It is.
It's very rude.
It is.
It's very cruel.
It is.
And it doesn't care about you, your
It
life, or
is,
anything. So you have to prepare for anything.
You do.
Yeah.
You
But
do.
I love to see the changes, and I'm seeing more and more female writers and producers.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big plus for us.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Later on, not later on, but now I'm looking for a couple of women, for us to do a pilot, I'm looking for, and what I'm doing is not a spinoff off the Sandra Wilson Talk Show.
Okay.
I'm not doing it like that, because doing a spinoff to me is like, okay, it's still her, it's still mine, so I want to share. So what I want to do is that she's her, I'm me, and she's her. We'll come up with a name for beautiful women. How
We'll
about
come up
that?
with something.
You understand? So I'm definitely looking for that. That's like the next plan of mine, and I just can't wait to see that happen.
Well, hey.
Yeah, but listen,
with
this
you.
is about you right now, pretty lady.
Okay.
You look. Can I have that? What size are they?
These are 9.5.
God, doggone, I wear 6, y'all.
Little tiny feet.
Yeah, just 6, yeah.
Y'all
I
a
used
big
to-
bone sister. now.
Listen,
You a big feet.
I remember when I used to wear those shoes. Oh my God. Listen, I wish I would have done this with everybody, but guys, I got to do a Winnie Williams. Let's do shoe camp.
Shoe can.
Put your feet up there. Let's do shoe camp. Yeah, see y'all? I should have done it with everybody. Look at shoe camp. Look at that. All right now. We're not playing. So listen, real quick, we're about to end, you know, our interview, but tell me something. Because I ask everybody this question.
Okay.
It's a two-part. What is like the greatest thing in the industry that you like? And what's the worst thing? Talk
The
to me.
greatest thing I like in this industry is that we can portray anybody we want. We could be anything we want to be. We could climb whatever mountains we want to without having to use our bodies to do that. You use your mind, you use your thinking pattern,
That's right.
because there's always room and ways around it. You may get there a little late, but you'll get there. So I think with that being said, I like the fact that we as women can work together. We can come up with solutions to just about anything, because with everything there are obstacles that we all have to overcome. And the most important thing is to overcome the obstacles. The worst thing that I hate about this industry is that you don't own your own life pretty much. And what I mean by that, nothing negative, is just that you have to be where you need to be in this industry, whatever time they say you have to be. You know, you don't have, you can't not really plan your life the way you want to. Well, you know, I gotta work and I can't get off and I can't do this, but they pretty much, that's the only thing I hate about it. They own your time.
Yes.
They own your time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish you much and much success.
Thank
You understand
you.
me? You understand me? Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Miss Robin. You guys have been